So I need to do the Hatching Tide event on Matoka before, when is my return sending? Okay. Yeah, I need to do the Hatching Tide event. So I'm going to do that right now. I have 2 hours, and it shouldn't take me that long. $120 gil. Oh my goodness. It's really expensive. It's too much money. I'm also drinking cider. It's very good. Yeah, there's maintenance in 2 hours. That's why we were on kind of a time limit. No. Not unless it's like a major patch. Hi. This one is only like 5 hours, I think. 4 or 5 hours. It's just, I think it's just hot fixes or something. I don't think it's actually adding content. I think new content doesn't come out until May. Yeah, I mean, ideally I should be asleep during that time. Because I gotta get up at 6 in the morning, which, you know, that's in 6 hours, so... Shouldn't be doing this, but yeah, whatever. I don't have to work tomorrow. I took the day off because I'm not gonna have my car. I didn't read the description. Hatching Tide is upon us. Once more. Why did I have trouble reading? Jesus. Hatching Tide is upon us once more. I hope the season finds you an excellent fettle. I already forgot what that word meant. Spirits? I don't know. Condition? I think it means condition. My name is Geely Aliapo, and I lead this annual celebration. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. May I ask your name? Oh, this is Matoka's first Easter in Eorzea. That's fun. My name is Inane Gibberish. Well, Matoka, I hope this is the beginning of a firm friendship. While I have your attention, allow me to expound upon the nature of this year's festivities. Hatching Tide has its origins in the days before the 7th Umbral Calamity, when 12 sages of an era past appeared before me in a startling vision. I have been visited by such dreams ever since, and this year was no exception. Exception. No, exception. She missed an opportunity to say it. I saw a great mass of eggs, as vivid as those before you now, borne aloft unto the heavens. Making dreams manifest has never failed to lend wonder to Hatching Tide before, so, needless to say, I intend to bring my latest vision to life. Speaking of which, the eggs I commission ought to arrive at any moment. Kaihenda! Oh, Geely, it's a disaster! The cart toppled over en route! Thankfully the driver was unscathed, but I can't say the same for the eggs. Good heavens, I'm glad to hear the poor driver was unharmed, but without the eggs, how are we to breathe life into my dream? Don't worry, I'll simply fashion some more eggs myself. Though to create the quantity required will take time, and we're already facing at least a minor delay at this point. If only I could assign someone to help you. Alas, the other dreamers are busy enough as it is, and I must see to the scheduled alterations my... Oh, wait. What? Oh, I must see to the schedule alterations myself. I'm very dumb. You there, adventurer! But wait, Matoka, perhaps you'd be willing to lend a hand. It's a pleasure to meet you, adventurer. I do hope you'll consider helping us get Hatching Tide back on track. Yeah, alright. I'll help. Me and my cool goggles. Thank you. The first order of business will be procuring more of the necessary egg supplies from the merchant. Our supplier should be in the market. He's a burly fellow, so he won't be difficult to spot. We can only hope he has enough stock. sorry that I cannot attend to the eggs personally, but your assistance will make all the difference. Thank you. Cute. Hi there, Friday Moon. My goodness. Julie Aliapo shares with you her vision for this year's Hatching Tide celebration, which involves a clutch of improbably floating eggs, delighting crowds with their festive whimsy. Alas, the decorations commissioned to recreate her dream were shattered in an unfortunate cart incident. Determined to salvage the situation, she and Nanota enlist your help in crafting another batch. You know, I could abandon this quest just so I could read the quest thing, but I'm not going to do that. That's silly and pointless. Alright, I'm heading this way. That is dedication that I don't have. If I really wanted to, I could just go look it up on the console games wiki. Actually, you know what? I think I will do that. Let's see. What is it called? There it is. Geely has a great deal to say about Hatching Tide. That's literally all it said. That's all I didn't say. Okay. Hello, Nanota. There's our man. Ah, you're that dreamer who was here before, ain't ye? Blah, 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 blah. A right old mess, to be sure. Afraid I'm all out of the supplies you need, though. Oh, is there really nothing you can do for us? Well, I do have some oh god, it's the fucking Lamenson speech. Speak English, motherfucker! Oh god. Okay. Well, I do have some tatty old odds and ends, surplus wares that might be of use. If you want them, they're all yours. Might not be exactly what you needed, but I'm sure you can cobble something together with these. The storage fees were eating into me, I mean, I'd rather see them put to good use. Goodbye. These are your problem now. When I wanted the initial batch of supplies, I remember thinking what a kind fellow he was. He certainly proved me right. Any road, we'd better take stock of what he's given us. Let's see, this leather looks durable, we have some metal springs and rings that could do for a mechanism of some sort, and these links of timber could be cut down to a more portable size. I think these herbs and resins are used to concoct water-repellent alchemical solutions. Never tried it myself, but there's a first time for everything. There's a first time for everything. Besides that, there are plenty of bits and bobs. You should have no trouble when it comes to decoration. Unfortunately, we won't be able to recreate the eggs Geely saw in her dream with these. We can make something far easier to get off the ground, though. Parasols. The trick will be making them look eggy enough. The shell makes the egg, as they say. Do they say that? Any road, we should paint them. You're right, with some festive patterns on the outer canopy and a convincingly eggy structure, the parasols might just make for a worthy replacement. Parasols are a sight more fiddly than your standard egg, though. With just the two of us, production will take far too long. So we'll need to enlist further help, just as I did with you. Fortunately, the guild artisans should be less likely to balk at a request for parasol parts than a rush order for myriad eggs. particularly if we supply the materials. Let us first pay a visit to the Leather Workers Guild. I'm sure they'll be able to transform our leather into something fit for a canopy. Okay. Finding words to sneak it into. Sorry, I'm getting messages on Discord. I apologize. Hey there, CC Bun. Cute name. Very cute bunny. A perfect player to run into during hatching tide. I've explained the situation to Geva. Geva? I still don't know how to say her name. I've always wanted to just call her Geva. But Jeva sounds like it could be right as well. I don't know. If we keep our manners about us, we should manage to secure the guild's assistance. You must be the adventure assistant Nanota spoke of. She was just informing me of your plight. Jiva? Jiva. Jeva? Jiva? Jiva sounds more correct. Many of our apprentices are looking forward to the Hatching Tide celebrations. You shall have the guild's aid, although I'm afraid we lack some of the resources needed to work your leather into parasol canopies. The material is water-resistant to a degree, but nevertheless porous. Untreated, it will degrade over time and begin to rot, but our stack of coating is perilously low at the moment. If it's a water repellent you're after, say no more. We just so happen to have the necessary ingredients, so I can see to its preparation. In the meantime, would you take this timber over to the Carpenters Guild and request that they craft the parasol frame? We can meet up by the Black Rabbit Trader's Stall anon. Key items. Various lengths of timber ready to be soon sawn and lathed into parasol parts. This is like the argument clinic joke. Like, you can't just put the word egg into anything. Yes, I can. An egg pun isn't just putting the word egg into the word. Yes, it is. Why do you stand there like a frightened schoolchild? If you need something, speak. There you go. See, you already bungled it. Egg on your face. And you would have us undertake this task with how little time left until Hatching Tide? Ah, very well. The younglings in the Acorn Orchard await the festivities. For their sake, no effort will be spared in the parasol's preparation. We shall commence work right away. Let your associates know that the Carpenters Guild has the matter in hand. This is going to be over easy. We're not going to scramble this one. Hi, Nanota. I trust everything went well at the Carpenters Guild. I've just placed an order for the alchemical solution and a few other things besides. Egg sides. The next stop will be to piece all the parts together into a prototype parasol. I'll bring the prototype over to Geely once I've finished, so you can go ahead and wait with her. God's words are hard. When your entire job, requires you to speak for hours, you forget how human speech works. Altea, you're... Hello, GB. Welcome back, Matoka. You'll be pleased to hear that I've just adjusted the schedule to accommodate our little mishap, and all is set to proceed. How fare the eggs? Substituting parasols for eggs? What a wonderful idea. I can hardly wait to see what Nanoto cooks up for the prototype, though wait we must. Alright, let's read this quest description. Eggs seeding expectations. Geely Aliapo is patiently waiting to see the parasol prototype. Nanoto will surely be along any moment now. Sorry to keep you waiting. Sorry to keep you both waiting. Allow me to present you with the very first Archon Egg Parasol. At least that thing has ear holes. There's so many hats in this game that don't have ear holes, and it frustrates me. What a fine example of ingenuity. It's magnificent. It's egnificent. I'm so glad you approve. With your blessing, I'll begin producing more to distribute. Yeah, eggologist is definitely the scientifical... Scientifical? What the fuck, Sylvia? Scientific term. In the meantime, we find ourselves at a loose end. But we cannot let Nanota outstrip us in hatching tight spirit. There must be more we can do. Let's show off your parasol to the townsfolk. But of course, we ought to promote our newest egg dish to the festivities. If we tell even a few Gridanians that these gorgeous accoutrements will be available to those who celebrate with us, word will spread of its own accord. Reading is very difficult. With that in mind, I shall keep mine unfurled and on display. You use your adventurous instincts, egg stinks, to identify those most in need of egg-themed accessories. Accoutrement. Accoutrement. Oh, hi. You're very pretty. No adventure plate! You're level 100! The market is always busy. Let us look for potential celebrants there. Celebrants. Geely is now... Okay, yep. You don't need to, constantly remind us of how that works. We all know how to do it. That's the most difficult content in the game, is figuring out how followers work. We dreamers are responsible for all the decorations you see throughout the city. Take that basket over there, for instance. I came up with the idea, and Nanota worked her magic to create the final product. What basket? What is she talking about? Oh, that one. When I think back to the very first hatching tide, it's a marvel just how popular the occasion has become. I have so many people to thank for their efforts, their eggferts, yourself included. It's true, nobody knows what Pot of Greed does. I say, madam. I say, sir. You appear to be peeing upon my leg. You must tell me where I might acquire a resplendent parasol like unto your own. At our Hatching Tide event, of course. How about it? Will you join us at the amphitheater? The Eggphitheater? I'd be delighted. As a true connoisseur of eggs, both decorative and eggable, I attend annually in hopes of glimpsing ovoid perfection, and this parasol surpasses my every imagining. Such elegance, such egginess, such elegance. Whatever. I tried. Excuse me. Egg appraiser. Why, that parasol is an absolute delight. An egg-salute delight. It's not often you see that level of craftsmanship paired with such decorative flair. This might be the finest egg-inspired apparel I've ever seen. Might I ask who was egg-sponsible for this masterpiece? The Leatherworkers Guild, the Carpenters Guild, Black Rabbit Traders, and our Dreamers all had their parts to play, and if you join us in celebrating Hatching Tide, you can receive one just like it. Ah, I should have known that the Guild's artisans were egg-volved. If it means getting my hands on a parasol, I'd be more than happy to take part in the egg-stivities. Sure. Yeah, egg-sponsible. That's right. Oh, hey, Grahatia. Goodbye, Grahatia. Okay, never mind. That's definitely not Grahatia. Egg enthusiast. She's practically enthusiastic about eggs. Heavens above, is that adorable parasol fashioned after an Archon egg? Exquisite, isn't it? If you join us at the amphitheater, you will receive one just like it. For years I have searched for a parasol as darling as an egg, getting sunburned and soaked by turns. What? Getting sunburned and soaked by turns? What does that mean? And you offer me one free of charge. 'Tis a Hatching Tide miracle. I mean, I know she's saying she's getting rained on, but I've never heard it phrased that way before. I expect those three will tell all and sundry about our parasols. Our work here is done. I expect. There's so many people there. Oh, heck, this is the... We did it! Well, that went rather swimmingly. You clearly have an eye for egg connoisseurs. I shall go and see how many attendees are gathered at the amphitheater. Feel free to join us when you have a moment. The egg tendies. They're like chicken tenders, but eggs. Hi, Nanota. The folks you gathered certainly are enthusiastic about showing off their parasols. Fortunately, no one's yet lost an eye. Implying that's happened before? Why else would she say that? Look, Matoka, isn't the sight of those parasols simply marvelous? Eggs held aloft, just as in my dream. Hooray, we did it, Geely. We certainly did. Shall we officially declare this Hatching Tide a success? An egg-cess? Hold that thought, you've yet to see the half of it. It's Mycenta. Mycenta, I'm not quite sure I follow. Quite a few of my customers asked about your parasols. More than can comfortably gather here, in fact. Nevertheless, I took the liberty of handing out stock to those who came inquiring. With how many left my stall with a smile on their face and a parasol in hand, the whole city is awash in floating eggs. That's incredible. That's egg-credible. To think the parasols are bringing joy even beyond our celebration. Celebration. Wait, Geely, they're one and the same, aren't they? The celebration has spread across the city, borne by a great mass of floating eggs. You're right. I was egg-tent on gathering people here, but the eggs in my dream were far too numerous to contain in one place. They were always meant to be seen far and wide. Now, I'm not even trying. I'm just putting egg at the front of a word. That our original plans met with misfortune was a blessing in disguise. For we've touched the hearts of more people than I dare to imagine. There's no doubt in my mind, this will go down as a hatching tide to remember. Black Rabbit traders shall continue distributing parasols to those who ask. They may be free of charge, but they're drawing business in spades. Nonata told me how to egg symbol them, so I can prepare as many as accessory words. Whatever. Truly, where would we be without your ingenuity? Whatever, Nonota. Good night, Wana. I'll see you later. Couldn't have done it without our able egg venturer. Ah, that reminds me, I have something for you, Matoka. Yeah, but I needed to say it and try to pronounce it. That's the very second parasol I ever made, after Geely's, of course. I thought it fitting that you receive it. With eggs aloft across the city, all that's left is to enjoy the eggs festivities. The eggs. Your work may have finished, Matoka, but Hatching Tide most certainly hasn't. They're all staring at me. Oh boy. A tutorial. There we go. Now she looks cool. God, I've already forgotten my own lore about this character. I'm gonna check for rain. There's no rain for once. It rains so often during these seasonal events for me. Well, alright. That's really all I planned on doing. So, this was a short one. I just wanted to get the seasonal event done before I ran out of time. And it's 12:30, and I need to do case notes for work, so I'm gonna dance. Or no, I'm gonna offer flowers to the audience. This is for all of you. Okay, goodbye!